Here we go. Be careful what you wish for, Parker. Hello, Peter.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Multiverse of Movies. Today, we are talking Black Adam, Dwayne Johnson, and this is actually a direct response stream. So, I'll put some context up right now. Before I get into the chat, what's up, everyone? How y'all doing? Make sure you smash the like button. But this is a direct response to, is it on screen? To Max. Because I'm going to criticize Max for today. I think a lot of Max's takes, specifically on Dwayne Johnson, are really, really shitty takes. And so, where was it? He did a stream, and I think he may have deleted it because it was a gaming stream. Oh wait, I'm on videos. I go to live. All right, so he did the stream. Which one was it? Oh, I think he deleted it. Yeah, I guess he deleted it. Well, so what happened was he did a stream, and he was saying how he doesn't trust James Gunn. He doesn't see James Gunn as the right guy. And that's understandable. I think that's a completely fine perspective to have. However, he did this stream right here called Thank You, Rock, for one hell of a show. He thanks Rock. And then starts saying that, and he said this. He said that Dwayne Johnson was trying to bring back the Snyderverse. And I'm like, I don't think it's fair to say Dwayne Johnson was this hero for DC while James Gunn's a villain. Yes, he gave us Cavill, but this is not the Snyderverse. First of all, look at the suit. That's much. And by the way, I like this. When he returned with the suit with the classic hair, I was cheering, I was celebrating. But the facts are the facts. Dwayne did not do this for the Snyder fandom. Just look at this figure. The music they used is different. The hair was different. The color was different. Dwayne Johnson does not care about the Snyderverse. He does not care who the heck Zack Snyder is. Dwayne Johnson does not care. But Max went out of his way to say, "Oh, he excuse me, he's doing this for the fans and he's helping DC while James Gunn's trying to destroy it." But Dwayne Johnson never did it. What? And even if you look at what Dwayne Johnson's been saying, he's been wanting Black Adam to be this figure in DC, the main face of DC. But I'm sorry, Snyderverse obviously was never about Black. I don't even think Zack Snyder even had Black Adam in his plan. So I just found it a little hypocritical. So that's why this is just kind of the background as to why I'm making this stream, because I just thought it was silly that people are clapping for Dwayne Johnson, but we're willing to shit on James Gunn. So let me get that out of the way. Let me catch up with the chat. I just wanted to put that right out there. Yo, Nicotina, what's up, man? He says Isaac Nation. Heck yeah, hashtag Isaac Nation, much better than Soul Nation. All right, and then we have Hunter Iggy. I think this is your first time here, so what's up, Hunter? He says Multiverse of Movies. What's up, man? And then John, what's up, John? I think he's new, so what's up, John? He says, what DC movie would you like to see Ben Affleck direct? That's a difficult one. Now, I would prefer him to do his original Batman, because originally he was going to direct the Batman project, and he was also going to direct and star in that movie. Obviously, that didn't happen. I don't know. To me, Ben Affleck is a great director, and I feel like he would serve better in more grounded stories. Maybe a Green Arrow, I wouldn't mind. Although maybe I don't want the type of Green Arrow that the CW did, even though I love that Arrow. I kind of would like to differentiate what Arrow is now to live action. I don't know though. That would be difficult, but I'll have to consider that. Then we got Ray in the chat. He says, "Yo, what's up, Rayan? Best Cavill suit." I would say, yeah, it's up there. I actually like the suit a lot. I like the suit a lot. I just don't like the hypocrisy, you know. But then we got Vortex in the chat. What's up, Vortex? Dark Source says The Rock is a failure. Well, that's not correct, but I'm gonna say a hot take. I do think that Dwayne Johnson doing Black Adam this may be this may have been one of the worst decisions in his career. And Johnson has had a phenomenal, amazing career. He really has. And I do think that Black Adam may affect his legacy in a way. And we'll get into that in a little more. Brad Clark says, I still believe that Black Adam should always be seen as a bad guy. He's not a hero in my eyes. Black Adam should have been the main bad guy in Shazam movies. I'm fine with solo movies, and I like and I like I really liked the movie. I thought Black Adam was a pretty solid movie. To me, overall, to me, oh, wrong picture. To me, overall, Black Adam was a win. I really liked the movie. But that is another issue I'm going to go into. I just don't like that Dwayne Johnson rejected a Shazam cameo because it's not in his league. It's like, I'm sorry, you took up this character of Black Adam. You claim to be for the people, for the fans, but yet you won't do what people know Black Adam most for, and that is being the arch enemy of Shazam. Also, yeah, I don't know what's going on with my mic stand. It's not stand like it moves now. So, oh well. Let's see. I'm trying to find what comments am I missing. World Cup 22 background. Of course, I'm always gonna have this background. Still celebrating Argentina's major win in the World Cup. Yesterday, I even did a specific stream about it. Oh man, I'm still celebrating. Oh, look at my phone wallpaper too. Look at my phone. Oh man, definitely one of the happiest moments in my life. Never will I get to celebrate a World Cup win. So this is going to be something I'm going to enjoy for the next 4 years until somebody else takes it up. But yeah, Mid Adam. I will ask y'all, what did y'all think about the movie? Did you like it? Did you not? Whatever it is, let us know in the comment section down below. And yeah, so Hunter says there are rumors going on the internet that Henry Cavill fire his manager Danny Garcia. Yeah, I heard them. I haven't really looked into it yet. I actually did upload a video right before this stream, and that was part of the reason why it took me a while to go live. And basically, I made a video where apparently Gal Gadot is gone as Wonder Woman. Here's the video itself, you know. So yeah. So I know some people are probably clicking on that video because I've been getting a lot of views recently ever since this whole James Gunn stuff. Like I'm actually gonna read the number. Like my Black Adam video, which was just a prediction video, got 1,000 views. Man, it's raining hard. All right. 300 views in the video before that, 900 views a couple of days before. Like this James Gunn stuff, even though it's been stressful covering this whole conversation, has just been it's gotten me a lot of views. But I think that's because people want to talk about DC right now. It's like the most talked about thing. So, oh wait, I'm seeing it's kind of loose right here. This thing is kind of loose. Argentina W, hell yeah, W. I even have my Messi jersey right there. I'm gonna have this on my videos for a while. But I've been celebrating, man. I've been celebrating. Again, I'll never get a moment like this. But yeah, man. I remember when I was streaming a lot about Black Adam, and I had like this thumbnail. You know, The Rock wants to restore Snyderverse. Obviously, this is obviously not true, but oh well. Let's see. Do you think The Rock just used Henry Cavill and he's popular for the movie? Yeah. Here's the truth. And again, I don't have sources. I'm not a scooper, but my prediction as to why Cavill came back, or at least why Dwayne Johnson wanted to, is because he wants to hype up the audience. You know, The Rock is very intelligent on how to hype up people for things. A lot of people that never read a Black Adam comic ended up watching Black Adam. But here's the thing. He saw, oh, what's a big character that I can have? And not only that, but he had the advantage of it already being connected to a cinematic universe. So he had that advantage. And to me, I think what happened was he's like, Superman is one of the most iconic characters. Imagine if I tell everyone the post credit is Henry Cavill Superman. And I do think he tried to use the Snyder fandom to his advantage. I think he tried to use them as an advantage, as an advantage. Um, because of course Superman's one of the most iconic characters out there, and he hasn't been out there for a while, and he saw that the Snyder fandom is very vocal on Twitter. And I think he tried to use the Snyder fandom in a way. And I don't think I think it backfired a bit for Dwayne Johnson. I think he is probably one of the most popular actors currently working in the business. But I do think ultimately Black Adam may be one of the biggest mistakes in Dwayne Johnson's career. First of all, it showed that Dwayne Johnson can't sell a movie on his own. I do think it benefits a movie if Dwayne Johnson's in it. Like if this movie had any other actor, I think it would have made a little less. But I do think Dwayne Johnson adds that advantage. Except it's not as much as people expected. And I feel like that's kind of what Black Adam proved. Another thing is, his attempt to take over DC Universe failed majorly because this movie flopped. I don't even think it crossed 400 million in the box office. That's embarrassing. In the comic book, oh my god, mods. Uh, there's a bot account on the chat. All right, super scoop, but yeah. No fries for you. Isaac loves Max's take. I'm sorry. I need to have Max on the channel because I keep trying to. I'm trying to talk to this man. Max is the worst person to argue with if it's him like live and you're just in the chat. It's always bad because Max will like make up shit on the spot. Because yesterday I was in an argument with him, and I love Max, but um my big issue is that Max also was saying, "Yeah, you rock haters, you rock haters are you're it's cool to hate rock now," or something like that. And I'm like, I'm not a rock hater. Go check out my review. My title for my Black Adam review was literally "The Rock Saves DC." Obviously, I was being hyperbolic, but still, I really liked the movie. I gave it a majorly positive review, and I said, "Hey, I like the movie," and I watched it twice in theaters. But Max just has a lot of bad takes, and I feel like it's dumb that you give all this shit to James Gunn, but then you're out there saying, Dwayne Johnson, thank you, Dwayne Johnson, for trying to save the Snyderverse. He didn't try to save it. I mean, yeah, Henry Cavill was in the Snyderverse, but you could also say the same thing for that other Justice League movie. It's the same actor, but it's not the same character, you know? And that's what I said about Henry Cavill in Black Adam. I love Henry Cavill in Black Adam, and if they were to go with a more positive, more brighter version of the Superman, if they were to go with that route, I'd be all in it. But that's not Snyderverse Superman. That is not the Snyderverse Superman. So for me to hear that Black Adam was this saving grace for the Snyderverse and that Dwayne Johnson did his best, to me is really stupid. No, he wanted to use a hype, which is good. I think every actor should be doing this, but he wanted to use something to hype up people to get more people engaged with the movie and want more of a sequel. Oh wait, James Gunn tweeted out. Wait, did he actually? Um, I guess I'll check. Did James Gunn actually tweet something out? I know I get notifications when he tweets. Oh, okay. Oh, I found it. He just tweeted like 3 minutes ago. So this is what James Gunn says on. Oh, you know what? Let me just pull it up here. Let me pull it up on the screen. Thank you, Nicotina, man. Shout out to Nicotina. He has a great channel, and thank you for letting me know what happened. All right, let's see. Where is it? Okay. All right. Stay with me, guys. All right, I found it. So let me read it. Let me put it on the screen. Okay. So here's let me take out the comment. All right, let me read it. One of the things Peter and I were aware of when we took the jobs as heads of DC Studios was a certain minority of people online that could be well uproarious and unkind to say the least. Our choices for the DC universe are based upon what we believe is best for the story and best for the DC characters who have been around for nearly 85 years. Perhaps the choices were great, perhaps not, but they are made with sincere hearts and integrity and always with the story in mind. No one loves to be harassed or called names, but to be frank, we've been through significantly worse. Disrespectful outcry will never ever affect our actions. We are aware there would be a period of turbulence when we took this gig, and when we would sometimes have to make difficult and not so obvious choices, especially in the wake of the fractious nature of what came before us. But this means little to us in comparison to our jobs as artists and custodians and helping create a wide and wonderful DC universe. But yeah, that's obviously him mentioning the Snyder fandom. Um, so I must say this right now. James Gunn should not have tweeted this out. To me, acknowledging the toxic side is not good. You should never be doing this. This is not something a CEO should do. Acknowledging the bad side. I feel like this is only going to cause, like, this isn't going to help. I mean, respect to James Gunn. To me, I'm still going to follow his plan, but like, I'm still always going to trust this man to lead the DC universe. I just don't think it was a good move to now talk about the fandom. I feel like fandom discourse stays within fans, and I don't think it's okay to have this conversation, especially with how delicate the fan base has been. Um, but yeah, I mean, like, no, like, I understand what he's trying to do, but yeah, rare James Gunn out. Let me actually tweet that out. Uh, rare James Gunn. Oh. Yeah, I don't think that he should even be having these conversations. I feel like right now he should be like, I'm fine him tweeting and addressing scoops and all that, so that way he can clarify what his DC universe is gonna be. But I don't think it's smart to just go out and say, "Hey guys, this there's a bad side in the fandom that's affected a discourse on DC." I don't think this is smart. I don't think this is smart. Um Yeah, but then it just causes more discourse on it. I just don't think Gunn should, in his position, should be talking about fans. Like, I just don't see, like, it's like as if Kathleen Kennedy right now came out and said the toxic side of the Star Wars fandom is bad. It's like, we know that, but addressing it isn't going to improve that. I feel like the people who should address it are people within the fan base, like me, you, everyone else, you know, and then James Gunn can do his work. Um, but I don't know. Thank you, Nicotina, again for that. Man, I did not expect him to tweet out right now. I did not expect him to tweet that out. Bro, I don't even want to talk about Dwayne Johnson anymore. Right now, I'm just thinking about the James Gunn tweet. Bro, what the heck? Okay. I mean, like, it's difficult to have these conversations, especially with how delicate the fan base has been for a while. But if I'm James Gunn, I just wouldn't talk about fandoms, because the unfortunate thing is it's not going to prove anything. No matter what happens, James Gunn is always going to get hate. Even if he had restored the Snyderverse, there would have still been people angry, you know. Oh well, Max has bad takes, so I don't like. I'm not even going to say that. So I said this to Max on a stream. I doubt he read the comment, but I told Max I'm no longer going to watch his DC streams. I just don't like how he's been talking about DC as of late, and I'm just like, yeah, I told him that. I don't think he read it, but oh wait, Hunter Iggy sent me another question. What's the question? Let me look for it. Oh wait, we have Frosty 808 here. What's up? He says if he was a true fan of the character, he would have fought with Shazam instead of Superman. Oh, here's a question. Here's my fan casting for Superman, David Crenswet, and for Wonder Woman, Eiza Gonzalez. For Batman, Jacob Elordi. In Cyborg, John Boyega. In The Flash, Tyre Sheridan. Sheridan. I'm not good with actors' names, so let me search up who David Crenswet is. David Crenswet. I mean, yeah, he looks young, and he looks like he could be a Superman. I'm not familiar with him. I'm looking at his movies. So yeah, I'm not familiar with him. All right. But yeah, Snyder fan's gonna hit Gunn regardless. He's stirring up the pot. Well, the pot's already been stirred. I just think he's stirring it a little faster. But yeah. Oh well. Yo, what's up, Darkstar? How you doing, man? Wow, I'm actually right now. But I kind of want to make a video on this whole James Gunn thing. What the heck? But yeah. I told you it was a matter of time till our group splits up. I mean, I've not split up with any. The only real split up I've ever had with any YouTuber was probably Zod. I think he's the only person that I've ever been like straight up like he can go fuck off, even though I was friends with him. I've never, besides him, I don't think I've ever had a major split up. Like most of my friends I've had from the beginning, like you, Max, Saggy, RJ. Like I've never had any big issues with anyone. I just think that Max's takes on DC recently have been just really bland and stupid, man. But yeah, I mean, right now I don't even have words anymore. Right now I'm thinking of, let me get my water bottle right now, because where is it? Oh, there it is. I usually have it down here. Give me a second, guys. All right, give me a second. All right, I'm back. But no, the annoyance I had with what Max was saying about Black Adam was he was like saying, "Oh, Dwayne Johnson tried to save Snyderverse, and he was trying to save it and all that," and I was a little like, "Really? No, he didn't. He brought Cavill back, but that's about it." You know, and not only that, but his DC universe was clearly going to revolve around him. And I don't know. That was a little fishy, but yeah, I do ultimately think Black Adam may have affected something in Dwayne Johnson's legacy now. Um, Mainly because it flopped. He doesn't have that leverage as much as he did before Black Adam, and I think that may affect his future contract. I mean, he's always going to be a millionaire. No shit about that. That's always going to be factually 1000% true. But actually, I want to see. Someone sent me a message. All right, hold up. Oh wait, Nicotina clipped me out. What the heck? I'm just not seeing that. What the heck? Wait, give me a second. I'm gonna hear it out before I put it. It wasn't anything. It was just me saying Isaac Nation. All right. Well, I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna continue this stream now because now I feel like making a solo video on this. Hold up. Give me a second. Sorry if I'm sorry if I'm very distracted right now. Okay. Well, anyways, back to what I was saying. Oh wait, what happened? Oh, did my internet get messed up? Uh, I don't know. Max just really has a lot of bad takes. Um, I don't like the way he was talking about. I don't know why Max simps so much for scoopers, but then treats James Gunn like the devil, and I don't like that. I just don't like that. That's a little annoying. Um, I mean, no shit. The Snyderverse was always a consideration, but it never happened. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You know, like I would much rather them just say Snyderverse is over than instead just lie to us and continue with the actors. And I don't know, like I'm just glad we have answers. That's my thing with DC. I'm glad we finally have some freaking answers. Because for years we've been out of the loop. We've just been screwed over and put into silence, not knowing what's going to happen with Superman, with Batman, with all these iconic characters. We've not known what's happening with them. And now James Gunn steps in and says, hey, this is just not going to continue. Our universe is going to be separate from that. And that's what I love of what James Gunn has done. The difference between Hamada and James Gunn is willing to do the things that Hamada was too pussy to do. Hamada was scared of rebooting. Hamada was scared of change. So instead what he did was focus on lesser characters and hope that he could build something from that. But that didn't work in the long run. Instead, that just left DC fans far more confused. But James Gunn steps in and says, you know what? Let's not play it that way. Let's actually address the fans. Confirm to them what's going to continue and what's not. And then we move forward from there. You know? But, yeah. Yeah, the Snyderverse is gone. It's inside the Phantom Zone. I know people are mad about this, but let's also say this. Everyone with a functioning brain knew the Snyderverse was over a year ago. All the hints were there. Everything was pointing towards the Snyderverse is over. But now that James Gunn clarifies that, yeah, it's over. Now everyone's surprised. So when James Gunn said Henry Cavill's gone, all these other actors are gone, to me, I was like, okay, I knew that. I knew that for a long time. The only question is, when are we going to get that answer? You know, it's like dating this girl for like 3 years. And then for like 5 years, you don't see each other. You have no connection. You haven't called it. Let's say both of you don't have phones, computers, and for 5 years, you don't know. It's like your assumption would be, okay, I guess the relationship is over. But then all of a sudden, let's say 5 years after she meets you and says, yeah, we broke up. And then all of a sudden crying. It's like, wait, but you should have expected that. Y'all didn't even see each other for 5 years. And so that's kind of the way that I've always pictured it. The Snyderverse was always dead for over a year. The question was, when will they confirm it? And I kept telling people, stop having your hopes up. If it happens, cool, we can celebrate. But if it doesn't, let's at least prepare ourselves for that. But anytime I brought that up, I would have people saying, no, but David Zaslav's going to save the Snyderverse. He's going to unite the fan base once and for all. Well, guess fucking what? That clearly did not happen. But now everyone's all surprised. James Gunn did not end the Snyderverse. That ended long before. That ended long before. But James Gunn had the balls to tell us about it. You know, Hamada couldn't, Emmerich couldn't, Zack Snyder couldn't. But James Gunn was like, hey, none of y'all want to say it? I'll say it. So the people mad at Walter Hamada, the people mad are not mad at Hamada, mad at James Gunn. Realistically, you should have expected this over a year ago. All the signs pointed towards Snyderverse is not continuing. You know, from the minute that the old regime, I forgot who was the one that said it. Hamada, I think, was the one that said it. From the minute they said Snyderverse is a cul-de-sac, I think that was the minute people needed to accept it. But yet so many YouTubers giving false hope, lying to the audience, telling them that no, it will continue. They are now the ones that caused all of this, you know? And yeah, I remember people were mad at Grace. Like, I was like, at the end of the day, I criticize scoopers just for the sense of, like, we don't know if they're saying the truth or not. And my big criticism of scoopers have always been, we can't trust them. We don't know if they're right or wrong. But I remember when Grace said this, I remember seeing so many people saying, Grace Randolph hates the Snyder fandom. She hates Zack Snyder. It's like, why would she? She gets exclusives from the Snyderverse. Remember, she was the first one who got a picture of Jared Leto's Joker. She interviewed Zack Snyder. Why would she hate Zack Snyder all of a sudden? But at the end of the day, she said 1000% facts. Even though I don't like giving scoopers credit, I'll give credit when credit's due. And that's the thing that annoys me so freaking much. Everyone saw this coming. Everyone with a functioning brain saw this coming over a year ago. But no one had the balls to say it. No one had the balls to say it. Yeah, Snyder fans fail to realize that not all DC fans are Snyder fans. The Snyderverse is split to the fan. Thank you, Brian. That's what I've been trying to say. People act as if the Snyderverse fandom is like 90% of DC fans. Newsflash, it's a 50-50. Why do you think Batman vs. Superman was so divisive? It's not just the critics criticizing the movie. A lot of hardcore DC fans also criticize that movie. A lot of hardcore DC fans. And for years, I remember I would be told, oh, you're not really a DC fan because you support Batman killing, or Superman shouldn't be snapping necks. And if it was just the critics, then you wouldn't be seeing all this discourse amongst DC fans. Look, I'm sure all of you guys watching this right now, you're all DC fans. I guarantee you, I can already name like 2 people on the stream, or like 1 person. I don't know how many people, but I guarantee you some of y'all don't like Zack Snyder's direction. But yet you go on the internet and you see motherfuckers being like, but the fans want the Snyderverse. No, the fans don't want the Snyderverse. Snyder fans want the Snyderverse. I want the Snyderverse. I'm a part of that group. But I'm also smart enough to know, hey, that isn't all the fans, you know? When I would upload Snyderverse content on my channel, I'd have some people being like, I don't want it to continue. I didn't like BVS. I would also have other people saying, I would like it to continue. But the truth is, if the Snyderverse was so successful, then it wouldn't be so hard to choose on continuing it. If it was so easy to continue the Snyderverse, then James Gunn would have greenlit it. James Gunn would have said, Zack Snyder, you're back. David Zaslav would have hired Zack Snyder back. But that's not the case. It was a divisive universe that was going downhill financially. It was going to go downhill financially. And that's the truth. But the thing is, people fear the truth. And that's what that's what I've been trying to tell people for a long time. You know, understand the general audience struggled with the Snyderverse or DCEU. Let me clarify that. DCEU. The general audience struggled with the DCU. It was not loved. It was not this great, wonderful merry-go-round where everyone was celebrating. No, what happened was every time a DC movie would come out, it would be, we don't know if it's going to be really good or really shit. You know? 2016 was the worst year ever to be a DC fan. It was the worst year ever. BVS came out, Suicide Squad came out, and while I love BVS, at the end of the day, both of those movies were incredibly divisive. Yeah, they made money, but in the long run, the future movies wouldn't have made that much money. I guarantee you, if David Ayer had made a Suicide Squad 2, that movie would have flopped. It would have, you know. And 2016 just sucked ass because Marvel was dominating and DC was just kind of in the shadows, kind of just hoping to make one good movie. It wasn't until Wonder Woman 2017 came out that for the first time in my life, I had heard positive DC discourse. That was the first time in my lifetime as a DC fan, online specifically, I had heard positive discourse. But then Justice League came out immediately and completely destroyed that discourse. But people fear the truth. That's the reality. People like their comfort zone. But the truth is, if it was so easy, if the Snyderverse was this mega hit that everyone loved, then they would have continued it. But that's not what happened. That's not what happened. And until people stop rewriting history, I'm going to keep repeating myself over and over and over again. Oh, you guys wanted it ended? Then y'all should have gone to go support Black Adam. Y'all should have. I saw people literally boycott Black Adam. That was Henry Cavill's first outing as Superman since Justice League 2017. But it made jack shit nothing in the box office. And now those people who actually went to go support it, now they have to live with the fact that that post-credit scene now means essentially nothing. Henry Cavill's return meant essentially nothing. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you do on Twitter. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. What your mouth does means nothing. At the end of the day, money is all they care about. The greens is all they care about. right? And unfortunately, the Snyderverse was not the financial success that everyone claims it is. No, instead, what it was an incredibly divisive universe that, in the long term, it would have just made less and less and less money. And eventually, now we're here in this position. So again, I ask every Snyder fan out there, and again, I include myself in this. I'm a Snyder fan. I ask every Snyder fan out there, if the Snyderverse was so successful and so popular and so loved, then why did David Zaslav not continue it? And also, a lot of y'all were celebrating Batgirl's demise. A lot of y'all were celebrating Batgirl being canceled. All of you celebrating that, now y'all deserve this. Y'all deserve your universe not being restored. And sometimes I like to even say that, hey, you know what? I'm not a Snyder fan anymore. You know? But the ultimate objective truth is that the Snyderverse was not successful. It was not. It wasn't a failure, but it wasn't a success. Because if it was, I wouldn't be here talking about this right now. We would be talking about Justice League 2 being in development. When's the movie gonna be released? But yeah, sorry if I got distracted. We need to be having these conversations. And to me, that my issue with Max right now is he can't accept truth. It's always ifs, what ifs, but this, what, you don't know. And it's like, at some point, somebody's got to give him the cold hard truth. At some point, someone's gonna knock it to his head, But yeah, sorry, I gotta catch up with some comments. All right, where was I? What's painful to admit? By the way, can y'all hear the rain? It's raining heavily right now, and I don't know if it's you can hear it here. What's painful to admit, but at the end of the day, Grace was right. Henry was just coming back for a cameo afterwards. He's gone. And yeah, look, I apologize to Grace Randolph too. I thought she was wrong, but she came out to be correct. She came out to be 1000% correct. Everything she said early this year came out to be true. But a lot of people, instead of accepting the truth or understanding she's just someone who's giving you information, instead a lot of people cried and bitched about it. But she was warning us. She was warning each and every one of us about the truth. But people fear the truth. But yeah, that's it. On my way on top of Daredevil's ears and beat him like Homelander killed Blind Spot. Snyder fans acting like MCU fans are the only ones who didn't like the Snyder movies. The truth is, a lot of DC fans didn't like the movie. That's the truth. That's the truth. A lot of DC fans just didn't like the Snyderverse. A lot of fans also did like the Snyderverse, but it's like a mixed bag. People who aren't willing to give Gunn a chance aren't DC. Well, no, that's complicated. What I would say is, you can always distrust Gunn. That's fine. Right now, it's difficult to trust Gunn, especially when we don't have his DC universe. Like right now, we only know Superman's movies coming out. So right now, it's difficult to say whether or not people can trust Gunn. I personally do. I personally trust James Gunn. To me, he's a great filmmaker, and he's been saying the answers that I think everyone's needed to hear. But but I can understand the concern of James Gunn being hired. I can understand that. I just don't like when people are immediate to say he killed DC. That is where I disagree with them, Black Adam got folded. Black Adam took a major hit. Unfortunately, that's the truth. And I went to go watch Black Adam twice, and I liked it both. I enjoyed the movie even more the second time around too. Where was I? I would like to see. I don't know. I don't see Austin Butler as a Superman. Maybe it's because he's really skinny. I don't know. I don't see him as Superman. I mean, I guess if he bulks up, maybe. I don't know. Where are we? Yeah, you're right. If Snyder's version of Justice League had released, it would have probably been the same results as most normal. If we're talking 4 hour, like the 4 hour cut, if it had released in theaters on 2017, I don't know, because getting people to go to a 4 hour movie is already difficult enough. I do think it would have made more than Justice League 2017. I just don't think it would have made more than BVS, because BVS I think made $850 million in the box office, which is a good number. That's a good number. But I don't think Zack Snyder's Justice League would have made 800. I think it would have made at least 700, maybe. Somewhere around that number. I don't know though. It's hard to predict, especially because right now we're talking about what if scenarios. What if scenarios are always difficult to talk about because there's no fact to it besides you're just kind of guessing. You know, yo, what's up, Stefan? How you doing? Let me drink some water real quick. All right, cool. Let me get back to it. Removing Cavill, Gallon Levy ain't gonna unite the fandom. It won't. It won't, and that is true. Removing Cavill, Gallon, and Levy will not. Removing any actor is not gonna unite the fandom. What will unite the fandom is a good, healthy universe with good movies. So that is what's going to unite the fandom, and part of that may be removing them, unfortunately. But yeah. And the thing is, they carry baggage from the previous DC universe, and it seems like James Gunn wants to go another direction. DC was not all that successful. I'm sorry, but the Snyderverse was not a success. It wasn't a failure, but it wasn't a success. And that's what I'm kind of trying to get to. Removing them is not going to unite fans because the general audience does not care about whether or not you remove an actor. As long as you give them a good movie with good characters, and good actors are part of it. And to me, DC is bigger than just Cavill, Gal Gadot, and Zachary Levi. To me, DC is a historic franchise that has existed long before their existence and will continue to exist after. But yeah. Where was I? People like these mans. I don't know what that means. Let's see. Avatar gonna bury Wakanda Forever, maybe Top Gun. It definitely seems like it's gonna beat Wakanda Forever. I don't know about Top Gun. I think Top Gun made, how much did it make? Was it 1.2 billion? I think. How much does Avatar have? Didn't Avatar made 400 opening? I don't remember, but it's definitely gonna beat Wakanda Forever. It's already on pace to beat Wakanda Forever. I don't know about Top Gun. Maybe it will. I don't know. I'm not really good with predicting box office numbers, if I'm gonna be honest. I'm not very good at that. So but I do think it will beat Wakanda Forever. Then Max put Diego Luna as Reed Richards. Well, he's not the one predicting that. That's something that a lot of people are fan casting. Bring those actors back, or they just please a segment of fans. I mean, people did love Gal Gadot. That is true. Zachary Levi too, and Cavill to an extent. But at the end of the day, they still carry that baggage. You know, unfortunately. Removing Jared Leto will. Wait, I don't know why we're talking about Jared Leto. All right. Sean, yo, what's up, Sean, man? Sean's goated. Honestly, in movie talk, Sean's like one of the best people out there when I hear him talk. He's like, honestly, one of the best people to hear, listen to. But he says, I would not want to be the next actor to play Superman. It's true. I think whoever plays the next Superman will start off with some struggle. I don't think people are going to accept him on social media, but I think it'll take time. But there is a high risk on that. Maybe it could, it could affect his career negatively. I don't know. People generalizing. There are people who hate the Snyderverse that are pissed that Cavill's gone. This is not directed to you, Isaac. It's just annoying of that man's want to say it's just Snyder. Oh, wait, let me read that. People generalizing. These are people who hate the Snyderverse that are just pissed that Cavill's gone. It's not directed towards you. It's just annoying. I mean, that is true, but at the end of the day, it's not going to affect it financially. At the end of the day, people are going to look for the next Superman, and then eventually it'll be a process. And I'll use this as an example. When I was 10 years old, I went to go watch a movie. I can't remember which. I think it was the reboot of Annie movie, the one with Jamie Foxx, because I think that one came out in 2012. And there was a trailer that played before it. That trailer was The Amazing Spider-Man. Now, remind you, I was 10 years old. I didn't know about movie news. I didn't know about recasting. But I grew up my entire life up until that point as a major Tobey Maguire fanboy. And I love Tobey Maguire. He's, to me, is still my favorite Spider-Man. But at the time, I only ever pictured Tobey as Spider-Man. So I watched this trailer and I'm angry. I'm like, that's not Tobey Maguire. Well, I didn't think that. Obviously, I didn't know Tobey Maguire's name, but I'm like, that's not Spider-Man. That's a different guy. And I swore not to watch it. Eventually, I went to the theater, watched it, and I loved it. And I loved Andrew Garfield. And it was that moment that kind of taught me, people can play different roles. It's not just specific to one guy. Now some are going to be harder than others. Like I think whoever plays Iron Man next, if they ever get back to Iron Man, whoever plays Iron Man next is going to have some big shoes to fill because they're going to have to deal with the history that Robert Downey Jr. brought to the character. Same thing with Chris Evans, Captain America. I think it's going to be difficult to replace him eventually. But with some characters like Spider-Man, I think is much easier to replace. Superman, Batman, who else? I mean, there's a couple of characters out there, but some are harder than others. But I'll say this right now, it's all going to be forgotten once the movie comes out. Avatar 2 opened strong. I think it made 400, somewhere around there. I don't know. Top Gun made 1.3 billion. Yeah, I think it was somewhere around there. No, I'm not. Come on, Sean. You're goated, Sean. James Gunn just tweeted. Yeah, I read the tweet live. Unless he tweeted something new. Yeah, he didn't tweet anything new, but I did see that one tweet addressing the Snyder. That boy 22. Oh wait, that boy 22 says I think Avatar 2 has had really good word of mouth. Not as strong as Top Gun, but definitely better than the blockbusters this year. I think it's definitely gonna get like second place. I think that one's secured. I don't know about first place though. But yeah. Excuse me. I think my internet seems to be fucking up. All right, well, all right. I think that should be good. I'm off the scoop list. I said Gunn would keep the Trinity and soft reboot. It looks like I was wrong, and it's just a full reboot. I mean, yeah, but you were still right that James Gunn was going to lead DC. But yeah, it does seem like he's going to do a hard reboot, which I'm all in for. As long as we get a good universe with good movies, that's all I really want. And I'm going to wish for the best of luck for DC. But yeah, I'll play Superman. I don't care about these fat ass who have never touched a dumbbell talking shit behind Nokia. God damn, Vortex is going all in right now. Thoughts on the TASMs? The movies, yeah, I love the first one. The first TASM movie I love, and I think Tobey Maguire is still my favorite Spider-Man. But to me, the better actor out of all three of them, performance-wise, to me is Andrew Garfield. I think he is the far better actor out of all of them. But I did love the first movie. The second one, I don't hate it as much as other people do, but I still don't like it. It's not the worst Spider-Man movie. To me, the worst one is still Spider-Man 3. Of course, that's my subjective opinion, but yeah, I mean, the second one, I think it was not good. It's not a good movie. But the first one I do love, and I really love what's his name? Mark Webb? Was that his name? No, I remember his last name was Webb, which is such a perfect last name to direct a Spider-Man movie. All right. I can relate, Lo. And yeah, that was kind of me when I was 10. Like, I just couldn't accept another guy playing Spider-Man until I watched the movie. And then my mind changed. And I feel like that was a good thing because eventually when Tom Holland came as Spider-Man, I was already used to knowing there could be somebody else that can play Spider-Man. So once Tom Holland was announced as Spider-Man, I was like, all right, cool. He looks like Peter. I'll give it a try. And then I loved him in Civil War. Then I loved Homecoming. And now here we are after a trilogy. We got to see all three of them together, which is funny that the two movies everyone said are too little, too late. No one will care about are Top Gun 2 and Avatar 2. Are going to be the highest grossing movies. That is true. I remember hearing people say that it was too late for Top Gun sequel. To me, I don't think that's true. I don't think it's ever too late for a sequel to a movie. To me, it's just never too late. I think it just depends on what kind of era we're living in and what kind of movies are popular now. Like, if you were to make a sequel to like Megamind, that movie probably wouldn't make as much money now as it would have a couple years ago. But with Top Gun being this historic movie that a lot of like older generations love, to me, I always saw that movie was going to be some success. I didn't expect it to make $1 billion, trust me. But I was like, yeah, a lot of people are going to go watch that movie, And Avatar, People are always gonna go watch James Cameron. Never doubt James Cameron. But yeah. First one's actually pretty good. The second one's garbage. I didn't think it was garbage. I just didn't like it. Yeah, I think Avatar will make $1 billion. I don't think it'll make a 2 billion. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think it'll make $1 billion. You know. But yeah, you're gonna see people freaking out over James Gunn's tweets. You know, the usual. But we'll just have to wait and find out. TASM 2 is the worst of the Spider-Man. To me, I don't like Spider-Man 3. That's to me the worst one. Oh crap. Apparently there's been some news. Apparently Sam Wilson, aka Captain America, will be assembling a new team of Avengers to take down President Ross and Captain America New World Order. Yeah. Oh wow. I mean, it's coming from I don't know who the heck Can We Get Toast is. So I don't know if what they're saying is reliable. But sorry, I'm trying to see. Because some people are messaging me right now. Crap, my phone's at 40%. Yeah. Oh well. I remember when people said people don't care about. Yeah, and I kept telling people that Avatar Way of Water is going to make good money, and I kept saying but I kept seeing people say no one cares about it. But obviously, people did care about Avatar, you know. But yeah, Megamind will probably really love that movie, and plus all the memes. Man, I love Megamind. I don't know, it's just animated movies just don't tend to do very well right now in the box office. So I don't know. Like even Into the Spider-Verse did only pretty solid numbers, but it wasn't like major, you know. Um Tom Cruise has become a bigger actor since the first Top Gun. Yeah, that is true. Because of all the Mission Impossible movies, you know. He's one of the most loved actors right now, definitely. Hunter Iggy says, "Did you see my?" Sorry, I'm right now. My mind. There's a lot of comments, and there's just so much happening right now. Right now, my mind's kind of like going places. I'll try finding your comment. Let me see if I can find it. Goddamn, there's a lot of comments I missed. Uh, I sent. Where is it? Yeah, I can't find it. Where is it? Dang. Yeah, could you like retype it? I'm sorry, I can't find it. But yeah, I was one of those people that said, "Who cares about Avatar?" And obviously, you came out to be wrong. I'm just kidding. I mean, it is true, but no, I thought Avatar: Way of Water was a pretty good movie. I just thought, I'm sorry, that movie did not need to be 3 hours. That movie did not need to be 3 hours. That was way too long. And by the way, theaters need to have intermissions for movies longer than 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'm sorry, but there's no reason why people should expect people to sit through 2 hours and 30 minutes of a movie plus ads plus commercials, but yet expect us to eat snacks and drinks during it. You know, I don't get the logic behind that. You know, but yeah. Um, what's your fan castings for the new Justice League team in the DC universe? I don't have one. I don't have any on the top of my head, but what I am trying to do. So this is what the stream was gonna be. Um, I actually want to do my own DC universe. Like if James Gunn called me up and said, "Hey, how would you do the DC universe?" I have like a certain. I've actually had this idea for years since Justice League 2017 came out. I had like a notebook filled with like how I would have structured the DC universe. And I kind of want to do that on a live stream, but I want to make that its own live stream so that you guys can play along and you guys can also like we're gonna pretend like we're the DC board meeting team, you know. Um, we're gonna pretend like that, and that's kind of what I wanted to do today, but I just didn't have it all planned out. But I am working on trying to do like a Google Docs presentation of like how I would order the movie, and I'll also like put who I would put as an actor, like who would be my casting for each role, you know. And I kind of want to do that, and then eventually, like it would be kind of like a 10-year plan where I'd be like, all right, this will eventually build up to this, but that's just kind of like my own fun scenario. It wouldn't be like a scoop or anything. It would just be like me kind of just making shit up on the spot. But yeah. John Tron, what thoughts on the allegations of you being racist? Well, you see, I'm not saying I'm racist, but I've been listening to some more Kanye music recently. I mean, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Kamas is probably gonna clip that out of context. I'm just kidding. Let's agree She-Hulk is worse than Morbius. Well, I like Morbius. That's still an unpopular opinion of mine. I still like Morbius. She-Hulk I thought was okay. I thought there was like some funny moments. Like I still laugh out loud when I saw that joke when she's kind of like, "Hey, what about the X-Men?" and then kind of gives a thumbs up to the camera. She-Hulk, I didn't hate it. I thought it was just mid. I think it was below mid. It just wasn't all that fun and interesting. And I don't know. I just didn't have that much fun with it. But yeah. Sean says I'm so tired of the 3 hour run times. Yeah, I to me it always depends the movie. Like Endgame to me was a movie that I kind of felt like should have been that did need to be 3 hours. But Avatar, as much as I love the movie, I thought it was a beautiful movie. I thought it was great. The pacing was awful, and it led to the runtime feeling overly long. Halfway through the movie, I was kind of like, I'm tapped out. I need to go to the restroom. Not because I need to piss, but because I wanted to put some water in my eyes. And I'm like, the movie's too long, man. This movie's way too long. You know, some movies need the runtime. Avatar: Way of Water just wasn't that movie. Um, yeah. If you know me, I wish we'd gone Spider-Man 4 with Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire. Yeah, me too. John Tron, the new Kevin Feige. I'll probably do that whole stream like probably later in the week. Probably I don't know when I can though. I think Friday, somewhere around there. But yeah, that sounds sick, bro. Bro, that sounds like a skater dude, bro. Bro, that sounds so radical, bro. I'm just kidding. I agree. I had to miss a few minutes because I had to use a restroom in the first hour, and we knew I'd be uncomfortable for 2 hours. Yeah, I remember once the credits rolled, usually, even if there's no post credit, I'll still stay for the credits just to listen to the song, kind of just appreciate because to me that's what credits have always been. Credits have always been kind of a way as to kind of be like, wow, we just had this amazing journey, and here's some thanks to all the people that worked on the movie, like the directors, the producers, the crew, every person. And that's what I've always stayed for credits, even when there's no post credit, especially if it has a good song. Because again, to me, it feels like a thank you for watching. Here are the people who made the movie. And yeah, that's kind of to me what it's always been. With Avatar: Way of Water, I was so exhausted by the end of the movie that immediately once the credits rolled, and I think it was a song by The Weeknd, I walked out, and I thought the critics looked not the critics, the credits looked beautiful. Like it showed like an underwater way of having the credits. I'm saying credit, and I just had to walk. I love the movie. Well, I didn't love it. I really liked the movie. It's just that was way too long. It was embarrassingly long. Um, and yeah. Hunter says, I would like to see DC animated universe animation movie called Man of Tomorrow in DC universe. That would be nice. I'm actually saying this. I would like I would like the next Superman movie to either be called Superman, just Superman, because there's never been a movie just called Superman. The Christopher Reeve movie was called Superman the movie. But if they don't want that, I would also like the title just be called Superman Man of Tomorrow. I do think you need to call it Superman something because I feel like that would kind of change it from being Man of Steel. You know, Morbius is cinema. Of course, it's cinema. Uh, crap, where is it? I had a picture of Morbius. Oh, here it is. Morbius. Remember, guys, live by these words. Live, laugh, morb. All right. But Morbius is the best movie. That is until the Barbie movie comes out. 4 tickets to the Barbie movie, please. All right. What comments am I missing? Morbius was okay. That's what Sean says. Avatar 3 gonna be 9 hours long. Look, obviously they'll never release a 9 hour long movie, but I'm telling you this: if I was to ever, I probably would have never gone to that movie. 9 hours is way. I say this right now. I don't think movies should be over 4 hours. I don't think movies should be 4 hours. I think that's way too long for a movie. Like, goddamn, especially if it's in theaters. Like, maybe if it's not in theaters, I'll like watch it on streaming and just pause it. Like if a movie is over 4 hours, but like in theaters specifically. And you would definitely need an intermission for that, you know. If you want to have to wake me up, sure, buy tickets for Avatar. Yeah. Um, Avatar 3 set to be 4. I mean, I'll still watch it. It's just that if a movie's gonna be 4 hours, there needs to be an intermission. That 3 hours already needed intermission. Um, but bro, I hope Avatar 3 works on the runtime. The runtime is the only major detriment of the movie. Another detriment to the movie was that the story never ended. Like the movie obviously ended. Every movie has to end, but the story never ended. And I'm gonna be vague because I don't want to spoil it. But I still liked the movie. It was beautiful. I love the family aspect. I thought the characters were more interesting in this movie than they were in the first one. But overall, I just wouldn't consider it a major like cinematic masterpiece. You know. I have only watched the first Avatar one time in theaters in IMAX. That's nice. I don't know how many times I've seen it, but I did went to go watch it on the re-release. Um, oh yeah. Where was I? Breaking news: John Berthold left dead in a punishing station source. Super Scooper. Imagine. I know Vortex. These are obviously jokes. But like, imagine when they Vortex says breaking news and that thing actually did happen. Like in that exact moment. Like, let's say he says breaking news: Margot Robbie dies in car crash, and then all of a sudden, in that same exact minute, that actually happened. Like, bro, that would be crazy. I'm just kidding. Son of Krypton, that could also be a good title. What's your fetish for Jared Leto? What's your fetish with Tobey Maguire, you bitch face? Come on, man. All right, kids will see Oppenheimer. Grown-ups will see Barbie. Four tickets to the Barbie movie, please. So you see the kids. My kids are gonna go watch Oppenheimer. Me though, we're gonna go with suit and ties. We're gonna go with suit and ties. You know, we're gonna go with tuxedos. We're gonna go with gentlemen. Like we're all gonna have fresh cuts, clean shaven, whatever. We're gonna go with suit and tuxes, and we're gonna go with briefcases, and we're gonna go to Barbie. You know, because that's the true gentleman experience. You know. No, I would shoot myself if a movie was 24 hours long. No, man. I can look, I'm not very good at binging shows. I'm not very good at binging shows. I'll tend to only watch like 3 or 4 episodes, depending on the length of the show, and then eventually I'll need to take a break. But when it comes to movies, like, bruh, like I don't think I could ever go to a 24-hour long movie. Sean says, I'm sure it will be a one view again. Oh, you mean Avatar 2? Yeah, probably. Yo, we got Belcher in the chat. Every time Belcher's here, I gotta play this clip.
Dicks out for Snyder.
Hey, yo.
Excuse me. Yeah, I love that part. I don't know, but yeah, I finally caught up to the comments. Wow, finally. I finally did it.
How dare you, sir? Does the fourth wall mean nothing to you? Amateur.
My God. You know what James Gunn reminds me of?
Boy, do we have problems up here.
What the heck? Does the clip even play? Just show me the clip. I don't know. Oh well.
Boy, do we have problems up here.
Oh well. I don't think it's playing. I don't know. I'm gonna turn off the camera just for a little bit because apparently the internet connection was struggling. But yeah, I guess so. John Strong caught being a cyberbully. Wait, what did I do? Oh wow. I love that part in Suicide Squad where Margot Robbie what the heck? Oh well.
So have you ever done DMT?
Bro, I think honestly, out of all the YouTubers, I probably have the most random clips. Because like everyone's clips are just kind of normal. Or just like Will Ferrell memes. For some reason, everyone has a Will Ferrell clip. But then there's me. I just have like some random ass shit.
Would you let go of my wheel? Hey, come on! Hey, watch it!
Oh!
He's pulling his cock out!
Bruh. Was I bullying Andrew? Oh, is it because I said the truth? Bro, I don't care anymore. Like, I'm sorry if people act stupid. I'm just gonna call them out for it. That's the new me. That's the new me. Also thoughts on Margot Robbie's look as Barbie. Well, you see, as an exclusive major #1 fan of the Barbie fan club, what do I have any glasses? I don't have any glasses. Yeah, the only things I have is some pretend I have glasses. Well, actually, as the #1 Barbie hardcore fan who's grown up with the accurate Barbie dolls, Margot Robbie does not look accurate, and just kidding. I gotta pretend to be a comic book nerd. I mean, she looks like a Barbie. I don't have much to say. It's not like I keep up with the fucking Barbie lore. I've never owned a Barbie doll. So I don't know what to even say besides, well, she looks like a Barbie. But yeah, but again, I've said this in my last stream. Barbie sweep will be trending when the movie comes out. Barbie sweep. Remember that, guys. Hashtag Barbie sweep. I'm the one that brought it up first. You know. Excuse me. Oh wait, crap, wrong thing. But by the way, I do want to clarify New York is not real. Yeah. All right. Yo, Lewis Cock. Damn it, I said cock. Lewis Cox. I'm sorry. Dang it. Now someone's gonna clip that out. Lewis Cox with a super chat. Thank you, Lewis Cox. He sends in $5. He says The Rock should have never been Black Adam. No, I'm fine with him. I don't like it when his plan was to have Black Adam revolve like be the like he didn't even feel like a villain in the movie, you know. But thank you, Lewis Cox, and of course I gotta put in the super chat clip that we play for every super chat.
I'm a superhero! I'm a motherfucking
But thank you, Lewis Cox, man. Everyone, W Lewis in the chat. So thank you, Lewis, for the super chat. It all goes back into the channel. Thank you for supporting us financially. And yeah. Yo, MSK, what's up? He says, you ever have sex with the what kind of question? I don't want to answer this. What the heck? That's probably the funniest question I've had in a while. Barbie sweep. No, I'm the biggest Barbie fan because no, I won't get you to. I'm not gonna say that for you, Vortex. I know Vortex is trying to get me to say it. Yeah, the Barbie looks interesting. W Lewis. Yeah, everyone in the chat. W Lewis. Thank you, Lewis, for the super chat, man. And all you multiverse moves, thank you, man. No problem, Lewis. But no, thank you. You. Tickle. Oh crap! I got my camera dirty. God dang it! Hey, let me clean it now. Oop. Just pretend I'm wiping your ass right now. I'm just kidding. Bro, Kamuzu has now a lot of out of context footage for his next out of context. For his next out of context Isaac video. All right. Where was I? But yeah, this essentially meant nothing now, unfortunately. You know, the great Henry Cavill's return meant nothing. And you know what? This would have also been avoided. The anger toward Cavill would have been avoided if we just didn't have the post credit scene, you know. But yeah. Lol, don't pogus. I could beat up The Rock, to be honest with you. Dang, man, you must be like a big swole boy. Big strong. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I kid. Yeah. Also, while I'm in the meantime, since we don't have any comments right now, I do have some social media accounts. So if y'all want to follow me on social media, I have Instagram and Twitter. My Twitter is at Isaac Isaac Immigrant, and my Instagram is Isaac the Immigrant. So if y'all want to go follow me there, those are my social media accounts, and my links are in the description down below. Yeah. So Isaac, I'm buying a Margot Robbie doll for scientific reasons. I love how you can address the doll. I hope you can. TMI, my friend. TMI box. Wait, what do the boxes mean? I saw Vortex typing that yesterday. I don't know what the boxes mean. He's a menace. A menace to society. Oh, my throat's kind of hurting right now, so gotta drink some water. Oh, wait, we just have a guest. We have a guest here. Square. We actually have a guest right now with us, joining us, as he doesn't like the allegations I've made towards him. But joining us right now is the one, the only Black Adam. I'm just kidding. It's Black Adam. He got mad at me for talking shit. Look at Black Adam right there. I love this statue. This is actually the last statue I've ever gotten because I gave up on toys. So yeah, there it is. Also, I have a Wonder Woman 84 bucket right there. So yeah. Dwayne the Cock Johnson. That would have been a good porn star name. Can your Ezra Miller cameo too? I mean, I have a Flash figure back there, but I just don't feel like it. From now on, I shall stream like this. You only get to see my hand. Get to see. This is the laptop right here. How everything's done. Wait, what time is it? Oh shit! I think it's 2:59. God damn it. We shall stream like this. I'm just kidding. I actually want to see how it looks right now. Comparison. It doesn't look all that different right now. I don't know. Let's put it to the sides. All right, give me a second. All right, there we go. We shall stream like this, where you guys just get to see the microphone stand. Dun. When I said Barbie, I meant the Barbie movie. The Barbie movie looks interesting, not just Pink Poppy and Bubblegum. Wait, I can't see everything now. Cock. Isaac takes dinosaur-sized poops. What the heck? I'm just kidding. All right, let me get the camera back. Just have it like facing like this. I'm just kidding. All right. Let me go back to normal camera. Let's see. All right, there it is. Now I can unplug this camera. I like having this second camera. I don't know why. I think it's cool that I don't have to, like, if I want to show y'all something, I don't have to grab that camera and show y'all. What I do is I just plug this in and then boom. Yeah. Oh, there's this thing I like to do with my friends sometimes where I'll like pretend to be a reporter. And I'll go to my friends with my phone and pretend like it's a mic. And I'll be like, are the allegations true? Are the allegations true? And I'll wait until they say like yes. And then I'll say, so it's true that you like, I don't know, you said racial slurs back in 2012 or something like that. And I'll say that and they'll be like, no, but it's like, I would make a good reporter. I'd be a good journalist. Like I just go to a football player and I'll be like, are the allegations true? Are the allegations true? And they'll say yes. And I'll be like, so it's true that you killed a turtle. I'm just kidding. I don't know. But yeah. I don't know. What the fuck? I thought we were friends. And we are. But when you do stupid things, I gotta call you out. And I've seen your comments, man. Don't act like you're innocent. Don't act like you're innocent, man. But that's what friends do. Friends will call out friends when they do stupid things. You're not stupid. You just do stupid things. And if that offends you, then I'm sorry. Then maybe I'm not the guy, I'm not the person to go to. But you can't say stupid things and expect me to be like, oh, I guess Andrews is a really nice guy. You know, saw what you were saying in George's chat, man. Saw what you say in Max's chat. Don't act like you're innocent, man. All right, but that's the one time I'll address you, and then boom, I'll go. If I could trade Morbius for Margot Robbie, I do it with the picosecond. What's a pico? Picosecond? I don't know what the fuck that means. What rumors, Isaac, that you're Mad Max? Well, I'm not saying I'm Mad Max, but I'll say this. Have you ever seen me in the same room as Mad Max? Oh, wait. Yeah, we have. Here's a picture of us. What the heck? I forgot I even added this year. Bruh. But yeah. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream off in a bit. You know, there isn't much to talk about anymore. I have there. I don't know what the fuck this means, but yeah, I don't think there is much to talk about. I mean, I can go check right now online and see what there is. But Argentina are World Cup champions. And of course, I had to have this as the background. Isn't that a beautiful background? Anyways, a picosecond is a really fast second. The fuck? But what? Who says picosecond though? I've never heard anyone say that. Oh, someone got mad at me on Twitter and they just sent me a message. So what happened is I put out a tweet. I put out this tweet. So this is a tweet I said. I said people who hide their faces or name on the internet always creep me out. It's like, goddamn, why are you scared? Why do you have to hide? Not a bad thing. I just had to trust you much lesser. And the reason why I was saying that is because obviously a lot of y'all, I don't know what y'all look like, nor y'all's real name. And I just said that because I was like, that's genuinely how I feel a lot of the time. But someone got mad at me and they were saying that I was promoting doxing. I'm like, I'm not promoting doxing. I'm just saying that's just a concern I feel often, you know? But anyways. What if Margot Robbie was Morbius? Then it is Morbin time. What the Thomas Scott? What's up, Thomas? He says, I honestly I think Warner Bros. Brought Henry Cavill to show that everything is okay. Knowing it isn't with them losing money and canceling shows. Wait, let me read that. Honestly, I think Warner Bros. Brought back Henry Cavill to show that everything's okay. Knowing it isn't with them losing money. I mean, yeah, that probably is the case. I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's a way. Yeah, like I do agree. I think it was a way to kind of be like, guys, we have a plan. And so their plan was, let's just bring Cavill in this one time. But I think the major reason was just because Dwayne Johnson was like begging Zaslav. And I feel like they were like, all right, might as well. Especially because I don't think they had a plan at the time. Especially because James Gunn didn't work. It wasn't the DC head at the time. Like that wasn't until like recently. Like probably like 2 or 3 months ago. That was like what was eventually allowed. But yeah, someone DM'd me. I'm not gonna say who this person's name is, but someone DM'd me saying that they like sent me my own tweet and they're like, you're promoting doxing. That's not doxing. It's not. And it's not like I was saying I'm revealing someone's identity. No, I'm just like, no, I remember there was last year, there was like this, like there was something about a law that they wanted to pass where you had to have your full name available and disclosed online. And it was kind of a way to prevent social media bullying and harassment. I'm not going to lie to you. I'd be fine with that completely. Even if that would mean that my last name would be out there public, I still wouldn't mind that just because I feel like anonymity, while I don't really mind it, I feel like anonymity has made a lot of people pussies, I think it's made a lot of people pussies online. because you'll see like every YouTuber has had a death threat sent to them at some point, and I've actually had a couple of them sent to me through messages always, and it's always like some anonymous account. And sometimes, and the thing is, it's difficult because you never know if there really are threats or if someone's just saying it. And so I don't really care if I know someone's name. To me, it's not really doxing if someone's first and last name and face are out there, because everyone has a face, everyone has a name. To me, what is doxing is once you get into social security numbers or address or phone numbers even. But name and face, that isn't doxing. That's a normal thing, But yeah, no more stupid King Shark. Let's go. I loved King Shark. I love them. Nanawe, still one of my favorite lines in that movie is book read, so smart me, enjoy books so much. It's still one of the funniest moments. Morbius 2, The Fall of Morb. I want to see I'm not saying I want to. It's just I'm saying that I tend to feel like creeped out sometimes. Not a bad thing, but yeah. But yeah. No, I need more King Shark. Man of Steel 69. There's no plan, but it's not coming me. Lol, you run fools. Isaac docs what W in my book. Whoa. Yeah, Mysterio docs Spider-Man. Like that was really doxing. His name and everything. Daniel's Hot Topics. What's up, Daniel? He says, I hate James Gunn and David Zaslav so much now. It destroyed our chances of seeing the future of the DCU. I disagree with that, but that's all right. Multiverse of movies, real identity is Peter Parker. You know what? Since I can't do face reveals, I'm going to do a social security number reveal. So my social security number is 53s. I'm just kidding. Imagine. I can imagine some like dumbass being like, I'm going to reveal my social security on YouTube. And it's like, God, that would be like the most fucked up thing you could do. Like that's real, like doxing, But yeah, 53. Oh, would you like me to continue? 53. Just kidding. Imagine if Vortex is somehow able to just figure out my social security number like that. All right. Isaac, I will morb you. Watch out. Come to my house, but only if you're Margot Robbie. God damn, you're such a simp for Margot Robbie. God damn. All right. Okay, come back. Come to the McDonald's down to the block. Thank you for being specific, man. You're in a completely different continent. All right. Where was I? I'm logging into Multiverse and movies. Imagine. What's good, Isaac? Let's go, Argentina. Hell yeah. Because yesterday, you know what? I'm gonna walk into France with an Argentina jersey. Just to say fuck it. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. But obviously yesterday dreams came true. And I'll never get to say this but only for today, I'll get to say that the Snyderverse, I mean not Snyder. Why did I say Snyderverse? That for the first time in my life and the only time in my life, I get to celebrate a World Cup win. That's something I'll never forget. Yeah. Vortex Mysterio kind of doxed Spider-Man, who he really is, but not Peter Parker. Well, doxing the name led to people finding his address, But yeah, to me it's like technically doxing is not your face and first and last name. To me that's not doxing. To me doxing is address, phone number, social security number. Those are really doxing. Everything else to me is just like, that's not really private. Your name and your face isn't really private. That's something you carry with your entire life. Like, it's not like when you go out, if you go out to a McDonald's, right, with your face out there, that's not doxing. That's just having a face, right? And your name is only the government thing that you're given to at birth, So if your fucking name is Richard, that's not really secret information. That's something that is known, So I wouldn't consider those two things doxing. Social security number, phone number, address, those I will say those are doxing because that can lead to harm. Not only that, but if somebody finds out your name you're not really at risk because regardless of who you are, your first and last name will tend. You're not the only person with that. Like if your name is something like I don't know Sergio Ramirez, I don't know some random name. Guarantee you there are hundreds of Sergio Ramirez's out there. You know, but it's not really doxing if someone like shows your face. Like that really isn't. I don't know. To me, it's just a technicality. To me, um, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah. We were going to get the great places with the DCU after the Flash. The Flash was going to bring Michael Keaton to DCU. He was going to be an older Bruce Wayne to younger Ben Affleck. I mean, I don't think they would have coexisted. I think what would have happened in the old regime, I think what would have happened is Keaton was going to be the main Batman for the DCU, and Ben Affleck was going to be gone, but still out there in a different universe. I mean, at the end of the day, for all we know, the DCU could have gone to shit. At the same time, the DCU could be the savior, but at the end of the day, we're not going to know until a couple of years. That's kind of my mindset, where it's just I just don't know until it happens. You know, if The Rock wanted to run away, uh, if The Rock wanted to ran the DCU every movie, what a Black Adam versus movie, and he would beat everyone. Yeah, that's basically what would happen. James Gunn will save the DC universe. To me, I'll just wait and see what happens. You know, um, like I'm just gonna wait. Maybe he'll save it, maybe not. But yeah, I've never seen you around here, Miles. So welcome to the channel, man. But yeah, who's doxing who? No, no one's doxing anyone. It's just that I put out a tweet saying that I feel weird when I don't know someone's face and name. And that's just usually my way of saying I don't see it as a bad thing. But someone messaged me saying you're promoting doxing. I'm like, no, I just said I feel weirded out about it, you know. But yeah, you're gonna get your ass whooped, bro. I don't know if you mean that as a physical thing or as a sexual thing. I'm just kidding. Uh, now, what if Brie Larson and Morbius? I can hear the haters. If Brie Larson wants to be in like Morbius too, people would call Morbius woke. I'm just kidding. Isaac woke up and chose violence today. Hello. All right. Or doxing me and Isaac. Only Margot Robbie can come to my address. Personally, others won't be allowed in my house. Oh. Richard has been doxed. I'm just kidding. Oh, nah. People should wear that gimp mask, like yay. Oh yeah, that major mask. The black mask he had in Alex Jones. But yeah, I mean, my mind has changed so much about that conversation. And yesterday I saw a Twitch streamer was sent money through PayPal by like this anonymous troll, and she reads out her first and last name, that person's first and last. His, I think it was a he. And now everyone's making this big deal about it, saying she doxed this guy. And I looked at the clip, and it's like, wait, that's just his first and last name. I think his name was just like Chris something. I don't know. I'm like, that's not doxing. Everyone has a name. And his name, I won't say his last name because I don't want to get in any trouble. But I just heard his name, and I'm like, that sounds like a common ass name. That's not something you're gonna find easily. It's like the name fucking, I don't know, Gibson. That last name, that's a common ass last name. If you leak someone's last name, that's not doxing. And I don't care. It's always gonna be the unpopular opinion because we live in a very sensitive world right now. And to me, that's just not doxing. It's not. You're not gonna get any harm if someone finds out your name. Literally almost everyone on social media has their name out public. People know Margot Robbie's last name, but yet she's not dead, you know? I don't know, but it got into this big conversation. I don't know why, but I just felt like having to put my perspective out there because I feel like people go with the popular belief, and sometimes people need to be contrarian in order to get more of a conversation going, you know? But my mind has changed on that a lot. I'm not a fan as Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. I'm a wait and see guy. Yeah, I'm like that. And that's kind of what I am with James Gunn. I'm just gonna wait and see what he does. If let's say he puts out 3 movies in the DC universe and they're all bad, I am gonna discredit Gunn. But I'll just wait and see and find out. Where was I? Anyways. bro. And just fuck off if you're gonna be like this. Go fuck off, man. I don't really care, man. Like if you don't like me and you're mad that I'm telling you the truth, then you can go suck my balls, man. I don't care. But yeah. Um, do you think if the Flash does a big box office, will they go forward with the new DCU and abandon new plans for D? I think that there could be. Like I think Zaslav at the end of the day, if people want to save the Snyderverse or at least the DCEU, I feel like the best way to do that is to is to um is to see the results for all the DC movies. Specifically, like I think the Flash could be the major indicator. I think that could be an indicator. Same thing with Aquaman. I don't know about Shazam and Blue Beetle. I think if those movies succeed, maybe Zaza will tell James Gunn to bring over Zachary Levi Shazam to the DC universe. I don't know. It's gonna be difficult, but I do think if the Flash makes over 700 million, there's definitely going to need to be some conversations. Like I think something will be said. Like I think Zaza will need to hold a meeting with Gunn, but I think we're going to have to wait and see and find out. But yeah. Um let's see. It's that fucking COD player, the cheater girl. Oh yeah, that's her name, Nadia. Yeah. Look, I don't care about Nadia. I do not know what she does. Just to me, when I saw that clip, I'm like, that's not doxing. Doxing would have, and people were making false rumors that she had leaked his address, and I'm like, no, she just said his name, a name that he gave her. Like, I'm sorry, but and not only that, but the guy was an internet troll, so I really don't care. Um, like for example, my last name was not public, but if somebody was to leak my last name, I wouldn't consider that doxing. I'd consider that, all right, I didn't want that information to go out, but hey, it did. So, like right now, Lewis Cox, is this doxing right now? Am I saying his name? Is this doxing right now? No, it's not. No. I don't know, but I feel like people aren't willing to have that conversation, you know? But yeah. I don't think Shazam Fury of the Gods will do well. The first Shazam was not that great. I hate Mary Billy's stepsister and the oldest member of the family with the passion. The first movie didn't do too. I love that first movie, but the first one didn't do big numbers. I think it only made 500 million, 600 million. I don't remember, but it didn't make big numbers. So it's not like Fury of the God. I do think this movie will make more than the first Shazam, but it's not like there's like this big number to go off of. I don't know, but I think the things that could change James Gunn's plans is if Flash and Aquaman do really well. Then I think Zaslav will have to hold a meeting and see where it goes. But yeah, Barbie HQ Ohio, Sigma Rain. Wait, what did Rain say? By the way, I want to say we do not promote doxing on this channel. It's just that I feel like we need to have an overall conversation about it. Margot Robbie, one of the few popular things from yeah, when it comes to what the general audience is like, Margot Robbie was one of those characters that a lot of people love. So it would make sense that they keep Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. But yeah. Oh no, you don't have to time out Kasali. You don't, not until he starts getting annoying. It's just that I'm just gonna tell you. I'm just gonna tell the truth. You know. Oh wait, Rain. Why does it not show me on StreamYard? Rain timed him out. Oh wait, I don't know what happened. Either Rain or Antonio did something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm scooping Isaac's names. All right, go ahead. But yeah, the Flash movie will open up the multiverse and make everything canon. Everything we have seen and everything we'll see in the future will be canon. It seems like that, especially because obviously he's gonna go to the Michael Keaton universe. Apparently there's like this could be false, but I remember hearing rumors that Flash was gonna travel to a couple of DC universes, one of them being the CW Flash universe, the Christopher Reeve Superman universe, and the Linda Carter Wonder Woman universe, and obviously the DCU we have currently. So I'm really wondering what how that movie's gonna end. Like, I do wonder. I wonder if James Gunn's gonna use that movie as a way to reboot the DC universe. You know, I'm willing to have that conversation privately. All right. Stop ignoring. I can't see the. I don't know, man. But I want unknown actors to play the Trinity in the new DC universe. James Gunn is known for making unknown actors. That is true. I mean, remember Star-Lord, Chris Pratt before Guardians of the Galaxy was just seen as the funny chubby guy from Parks and Recs, which I love Andy in that show. I think he's my favorite character in Parks and Rec. But I do think James Gunn will go for lesser actors, especially because like Gal, Cavill, Affleck, those are already major actors. And I feel like one of the reasons why those actors are being removed is they cost a lot of money. Gal Gadot's pay raise was getting higher every day. And to me, I feel like part of it was Zaslav told Gunn, hey, we don't want to continue because these actors are I obviously that we don't know that because we're not there in those meetings, but it could be that. Could be that. But yeah, I mean, it seems like that's probably what's going to happen. But yeah, I'm okay with the choices as I've gotten Safran have made. I think it stings more since we finally got Cavill back. Yeah, that I do think this would have stung much lesser if Cavill wasn't in that post-credit scene with Dwayne Johnson, and especially when he made that Instagram post saying, "Hey guys, I'm back." But obviously, that's part of the reason why it hurts more. It hurts, but just like Michael Caine said in The Dark Knight.
Things were always going to get worse before they got better.
Yeah, basically that. All right. Yeah, doxing should never happen. It's just that I feel like we need to have a overall conversation about what doxing really is. I don't know. I just got frustrated with that person's message. That I don't know. It just left me kind of like, I don't know. I feel like we're just really sensitive right now. Like obviously no doxing. Like IP addresses are off limits. Address in general are off limits. Bank information is off limits because those are things that can affect your life. Your face and your name really doesn't. That's something you go out there publicly with. Now with the phone number, that's not something you give out to people normally. That's something that you'll give to people that you either work with, you're close with, whatever. But your name and face, that's something you always live with. So I don't see it as doxing. Yeah. So for example, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin, along with other DC TV shows and movies, will be canon because of multiverse. Yeah. Kind of like what they're trying to do with Secret Wars with Marvel, where the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, all those other movies, they're going to be canon in the Marvel multiverse, but the MCU will still be separate to that. It'll exist, just they're not in that universe. And that's, I think, what DC is going to do. And I think that's what James Gunn will do. They'll say that, yeah, everything else that has existed, like the Snyderverse, that's in a different universe, just that now Gunn's doing his own thing. W stream, by the way. Thank you, Antonio. Thank you all for watching. Y'all smash the like button. So if this video gets 20 likes, I will slap Vortex public. I'm just kidding. Obviously I'm not. Yeah. What if Morbius was Morbius Man? The girl would love it. All right. Why are you laughing? I'll have that conversation about doxing with you privately. I don't know. All right, let's see. I heard a really awesome rumor the Flash was going to travel to the Joe Schumacher Batman universe. The Flash was going to go to the universe and find Chris O'Donnell as Nightwing. That'd be cool. I think that could happen. I don't know. Right now it's hard to tell because we still don't have like an official trailer. Right now we only have that quick teaser we had at DC Fandom back in 2020. But yeah. Isaac, is it true that you will star as a new Joker? Yes, I will. I'm just kidding. Super Scooper confirmed. I'm just kidding. W. Sometimes after the events of Batman and Robin, maybe years later, Bane would have returned and broke Batman's back, and Chris O'Donnell became Nightwing, a new protector of Gotham City with Batgirl. Yeah. Also, I'm gonna end the stream in like 10 minutes. So yeah, kind of let everyone know that, or maybe 20 minutes, because that way we can hit the 2-hour mark. I don't know, but just know we'll be wrapping up shortly. Breaking news: Isaac will be in Morbius 2. Enter Dracula. I remember I heard someone say that they wished that instead of titling it Batman vs Superman, the movie would have been that movie should have been called Man of Steel 2: Enter the Night. And I'm like, Enter the Night sounds like a Enter the Night sounds like a weird porn name. Like, Enter the Night. That sounds like a weird porn name. So I don't know if I would have done that, but I remember hearing that of some people. I don't know. Enter the Night. That's a pretty sus name. I actually want to see the voting poll one last time. Because obviously there was a voting poll. All right. So we had, oh shit, we had 39 votes. God damn, people were coming in and out. Like, what the heck? So the question was, should Dwayne Johnson have had control of DC? 20%, 26% say yes, 74% say no. Since I'm already here, I'll click on board. All right, guys, we got our new Superman. All right. Where was I? New footage of Margot Robbie watching Isaac. What the heck? What the heck? Why are y'all sending me the same link? But yeah, god damn, we had 39 votes. Like, what the shit? How many people are here? And I'm not even gonna explain it, but it just sounds like a porn name. But yeah. What are you watching, Isaac? Bro, I showed it on screen. Bro, no. I fucking hate this guy. Isaac, do not subscribe to his channel. His content sucks. Isaac Docs and Vortex right now. I'll actually reveal his address right now. 38. All right, boom. Sorry guys, I just had to. This is Vortex's address. Y'all go ahead and do whatever y'all want with that information. I'm just kidding. Sorry if I got off the rails. I just wanted to have that conversation. Yeah. The Dark Knight 2, Batman is more dark and nighty. Lol. Yes. I did it right there. There's the address. I'm just kidding. I remember one of my friends this was a while ago. I think this was back in June or July. One of my friends went on my stream and he put Isaac's address is this address here, and this is obviously from Breaking Bad. And Rhea was in the chat, and she has never seen Breaking Bad, and she like deleted the comment in fear that was actually someone talking. But I had to explain to her that was a Breaking Bad meme. Morbius is coming to my house. Hey, for all we know, Margot Robbie will take this address and go to your house. I'm just kidding. Ronaldo fanboys real quiet right now. Well, a lot of Ronaldo fans right now are saying, "Oh, the World Cup was rigged," or they're saying, "No, Ronaldo's the GOAT," because I don't know how, but some of them have the audacity to say that a Champions League means more than a World Cup. That is the bullshitest thing ever. Every player out there will tell you this: winning a World Cup is far more difficult than winning a Champions League. It is. That's just the facts. Even Messi said that he would trade his 4 Ballon d'Ors, or well, at the time he had 4, but now he has 7, incoming 8. That's immense. 8 Ballon d'Ors. That is, I don't know how any player can do that. But some people had the audacity to say a Champions League means more than a World Cup. You have to be really stupid to think that. And I get it. You're a Ronaldo fan. Ronaldo's a phenomenal player. But I'm sorry, but winning a World Cup means infinitely more than a Champions League. By the way, I do think winning a Champions League is probably the second most important trophy out there when it comes to being an athlete, or at least a soccer athlete. But the World Cup, there's nothing that tops that trophy. I mean, again, in the future, we're going to have conversations about Mbappe and Haaland. And I guarantee you that the major thing that will, even if Haaland wins 4 Champions Leagues right now, let's say Haaland wins 4 and Mbappe has 0, people will still always be like, but Mbappe won a World Cup. Diego Maradona has never won a Champions League. He's never won a Champions League. But yet, every time you hear Maradona being in the GOAT conversation, it's because of that one World Cup. Pelé won 3 World Cups, and no one ever brings up Champions League, obviously because he never played in Europe. But the World Cup means infinitely more than a Champions League. And it's not even a debate. A World Cup means more eyes, more attention, and much more difficult. With the Champions League, when you lose, you can just go the next year and be like, all right, let's run it back. Let's see if we can do it again. With the World Cup, you got to wait 4 years. And 4 years is a long time period. 4 years can make major changes, Um, what the fuck makes you think I have last name Gibson? I'm just kidding. Messi's the GOAT at my books. Me too, man. Me too. Yeah, he's right there. One of the GOAT. To me, he is the undisputed greatest of all time. But yeah. Yo, what's up, Aaron? Oh yeah, he said this on yesterday's Max's comments. He was like, "How's Vortex handling France's loss?" But yeah, Mbappe and Haaland are both flopping. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't say they're flopping. Haaland's been amazing at Man City. Mbappe is amazing in PSG too, and I think Mbappe this World Cup, I think Mbappe was definitely one of the best players in the tournament. But yeah, Isaac's the GOAT of YouTube. Thank you. That reminds me of that clip of that one guy, this one fat guy, where he's just yelling, "He's the GOAT, the GOAT." Yeah, I love that clip. People were playing it a lot yesterday. Yeah, it's scary how good Mbappe is at 23. Yeah, he's one of the best youngsters I've ever seen for his age. Mbappe is freaking a completely terrific player. And I think he has a bright future. He's already done so much for his age. I think he's the highest paid player in the world. I think the only way Mbappe can make a legacy in PSG is if he wins Champions Leagues consistently. Like if he's like winning, let's say 10 years from now, he'll be 33. Let's say 10 years from now, Mbappe has 3 or 4 Champions League. I think definitely he will be in the conversation. I don't think staying at PSG means that he's not gonna be in it. Because PSG does have a lot of great players, like Ronald, or they've had great players like Ronaldinho, Zlatan, and they were able to elevate their career at PSG. Mbappe, the only issue with him staying at PSG is that there's not as many eyes in League. I always hate when people call it a farmers league. It's not a farmers league. It's just that PSG just tends to dominate so much more in that league that it almost feels like there's no conversation in that league, because it's almost like a no surprise. I mean, even Bundesliga gets the same shit. But yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me. I've been talking for so long, man. But yeah, I think Mbappe, if he wants to be in the GOAT conversation, winning the league won't cut it. He's gonna need to be winning Champions Leagues or as much as I hate the idea of Mbappe playing for Real Madrid, because I hate Real Madrid. As much as I hate that idea, I do think Mbappe succeeding at Real Madrid would be a major, would be fundamental to his career far more than staying at PSG. But at the same time, if I'm Mbappe, I would stay in PSG. Number one, you're in your home country, France. Cool. You're the highest paid athlete in the world, or highest paid soccer player. I don't know about athlete, but you're the highest paid soccer player in the world. And I think you should use these younger years to learn from the greats. Like with Messi, he's playing with Messi at PSG. And I don't mean to be that guy, but I feel like Mbappe has improved under Messi. Like you see more leadership to him. The difference between this World Cup and the last one is Mbappe in the last one was just kind of this fast youngster. And that was almost it. In this one, you see much more mature, more leadership type of player who's kind of accepted the role of being the main player, the main to-go guy. And I feel like part of that could be that he learned from Messi. This because Mbappe, I know definitely Mbappe wants to be in the GOAT conversation. So who better to learn from than the GOAT himself, you know? And I feel like you've seen much more maturity from Mbappe in the last year. I know the whole won't he go to Real Madrid? I know that seems immature, but at the end of the day, everything else, you just look because go watch the penalty shootout. And I was surprised when I saw this. But Mbappe was talking in the huddle. Usually in those huddles before a penalty shootout, it's usually the captain. Like Hugo Lloris, I think he's the captain. Usually the captain leads it. But Mbappe was right to talking. And Mbappe is only 23. So to me, it shows that he has grown. And he's only going to continue to grow and he's only going to continue to improve. And to me, if he wants to me, I would stay in PSG because you have such an advantage. You have a good team that's built around you and you have great players to learn from. Messi. I don't know who else you could learn more from than Messi, you know? And I think part of that could have helped, you know? But yeah. Yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, I saw your DM. I don't agree with that. Like he definitely that's the thing he benefits from, but he's very lethal. That's helped him a lot. And to me, he's gonna be. I don't think he'll ever be in the Messi, Maradona, Pele kind of category, but I think he could definitely be in the Ronaldo category. I think top 10 best player. I think he could definitely be in that category, but we'll have to wait and see and find out for the rest of his future. But yeah. Haaland should have gone to England national team. Did he have the option? I don't know if he had the option because usually you can only play for either the country you were born in, the country you either live in, or the country your parents are from. Like, let's say you're from Belgium, but your parents are Spanish. You do have the choice, vice versa, as long as the country offers you that deal, you know? Something like that. Like in the Salvador national team, there's like 5 or 6 players that were born in America that play for Salvador, even though they're not born in Salvador. They play for they're from the USA. They just play for the Salvador national team because they have parents from the country. But I don't know if Holland has any English in him. I know Messi was offered to play for the Spanish national team because Messi had moved to Barcelona back when he was like 13, and I think he was kind of allowed because he had residence with the country. Yeah. Benzema retired from the French national team. Thoughts? He was a legend. It's unfortunate that he's not going to get to retire with the World Cup trophy nor Euro because both the last 2 World Cups, obviously, he didn't play them. He was an amazing player, definitely a generational striker. But I think there's a genuine. It seems weird he would out of nowhere retire. I feel like there's something more to it, you know. Bro, most of the French national team players aren't French. They're from African. I mean, they are French. Like they are. Like to me, what makes you from that country is if you're like born there or either raised there. Like me, my parents are Mexican and Salvadorian. I'm just born in America. That's kind of similar with a lot of the French players, where a lot of the French players have parents from African descent. But yeah, Mbappe ghosted. I mean, Mbappe ghosted, but that's because his team wasn't creating, you know. But the thing is, Mbappe did the job when it mattered most, and that's really the only thing that really matters. The difference between Mbappe and Messi is someone who's a complete player. He can drop to the midfield and create, while Mbappe isn't that kind of player, which isn't bad. It's just that they just fit different, and that's why Mbappe goes. This is why I always say the midfield is the most important part of a team. Your attack can be amazing. You could have Lewandowski, you can have any player out in the world, but if your midfield shit, then you're not going to get much done because they're like the backbone of everything, you know? Lives in the US, docs. I'm doxing Isaac's Twitter. But yeah, I mean, I think that's gonna be it for the stream. This is a great stream. We had a lot of people hop on. Yes, Vortex. This is my Pornhub username. Bruh. All right. Well, anyways, that's gonna be it for today's stream. There isn't much else to talk about. So y'all type in y'all's final comments, and we'll see where it goes. Lewis says, "It's funny how the U.S. has American football, but the world is like now we good. We have real football." In the U.S., yeah, soccer, the world face bombs. I've never been someone who just cared about the name because at the end of the day, it's just a name. As long as everyone plays the sport, the beautiful game, I feel like it's accepted to everyone. Whether it's called football or soccer or whatever. As long as people can enjoy the sport, I think that's all that really matters. But yeah. Brain says W stream. Thank you, man. W to you too. See Isaac. All right. Well, that's it for the stream. The next time I stream might be later in the week, maybe like a Friday. I don't know. It'll depend, but I won't be able to stream the next couple of days. But there will be content uploaded from me, so no worries. It's not like I'm gonna be gone. But yeah, now that the World Cup's gone, I have no purpose. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah. John Trun's OnlyFans. I can make you more. What the heck? All right, well, fuck off.